I'm not going the right way. But then again, I do want to do a slight investigation. I saw a gate there, so I'm not going that way anyway. Okay, what's the purpose of this? There's no purpose. Just to show you that I can do it. It's a pretty good reason, I guess. As good as any. Oh, hello. Who are you?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
She's the mute. Camellia the mute.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well.
She is very healthy. Oh, and there is her flower. Oh.
Hello again, miss.
God damn it. Sorry.
Very well.
Wanted to see about the flower. Small flower bouquet. Bouquet. I guess you don't pronounce the T. With a voucher for free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. There you go, it's the same one. Okay, so it was Romanian. Aha, what do we have here? She's distributing the vouchers.
Hello again. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
I need more hints, I guess. Well, one more at least. Is this the graveyard?
Made flesh, I tell you.
Yeah, I think that's Samuel over there.
It's locked, all right.
Locked from the other side. Yeah, we saw that. Thought maybe it will give me another hint, but no. Is there where the mailbox is? Is there a mailbox here? Need to find Richard. That's not him. I mean, he's not here. He's here. Because I was told he's behind the chapel. So it's over there. And find the mailbox with the letter. Oh. No, that's not it. And there's the mailbox. Okay, there is Petrescu, yeah, letters. My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish, but silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war. But there is also a war going on here in England. A war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I am writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means you won't see me. That probably I won't see you. Wow, what? I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now. And you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now. To feel useful one more time. I wish you a long time and happy life. What? A long time? Where's the fucking time? Do you see a time over there? I wish you a long and happy life. That's it. A long time. Wow. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am as ever your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Oh. No, I thought I saw something. I didn't. Okay. Alright. Let's go speak with that dude. Fuck's sake, there's no entrance from there. No passage, I should say. I should say. Right, need to find Richard. Shut up, you madman. Okay. That was a very... right. What is this? It's a cigarette case. Hey, dude. Ooh, you brought friends. Whoop. That's weird. I used the blood thing and it did not consume any blood. Or maybe it did and I just refilled it really quickly. Yeah. Probably. Makes more sense, I guess. Okay, we're collecting a lot of things. A lot of materials. Not access the door yet. Or ever, maybe. Find Richard in this area. In a moment. In a moment. Battle of alcohol. And some screws. Maybe. Was it screws? Isn't it Samuel? That was Samuel.
An angel made flesh, I tell you.
Who went to the graveyard to pray or some shit. Editor's refusal letter. What is that? From Morris to Nithercott. Okay. Thank you for sending your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which we found as interesting, as profound, as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in the terrible times of our country is currently facing, in the terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such title would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, since you still refuse to change your title and demand the full publication or none of your work, I'm sorry to announce you that the publishing chose the second option. Oh, right. They gave them the option not to change the title and the full publication, or don't publish anything. So they chose to not publish anything. And we got the hint for Richard. This is Richard. Okay.
Some has come to this world already touched by grace.
So something else.
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty and grace.
Hey, dude.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Nethercott. Okay. Oh.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Is that the last hint?
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
No, I don't.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Sorry for not talking during those conversations lately. I'm just feeling a bit under the weather today. It's been like, not that it might interest you, but the weather here been shifting every day or two. Like rain sign, and the temperature rises and drops accordingly. So yeah, it's like a transitional weather, so to speak, before we transition into what we call here winter. And it usually brings me under the weather, this transition.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Don't seem to suffer from poverty, though.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Interesting. He has a cold. Oh. Should I cure him? Unlock the hand, but not a conversation thing. Okay.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Okay, how about Darius?
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Minion. Yeah, we did know it, I guess. Recovery. Fatigue. I could treat her, Christina. I do kind of like her. Don't care about Albert much. He's gonna be a wet boot boy soon. Wow, 5,000! Holy shit! Wow.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It shouldn't be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Where was Camila? I want to talk to her. Going the right way? Don't even know. Probably not, but I'll go there anyway. Oh yeah, she's on the other side of the church. Of the chapel. Should be here. That's where her flowers were. There she is. Hey, Camila.
Hello again, miss.
Camellia. Whatever.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
This is so hilarious.
Very well.
Tell me what you know. She's like, It's fucking idiotic. At least we got tons of XP by not drinking anything.
You are blinded by your
You know what? I'll heal
Good
you.
evening, Christina.
Check.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
For free.
I'm shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Нет проблемски.
Goodbye, miss. Take